Good morning, class. How are you guys doing today? Did you guys eat breakfast? Because we are going to be talking about eating today in class, but not about you, about animals and what they eat. Okay, so let's get started. Have any of you guys seen The Lion King? Raise your hand if you have. And you guys do know there's a cartoon version and a real life version, right? Which one do you guys like better? The cartoon or the one that just came out? Yeah, I like the cartoon better too. Okay, so do you guys remember at the beginning how there's an intro song that plays? Do you guys know how it goes? No? Okay, let me play it and then we'll get a little reminder. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Are you guys ready? Let's see. I know you guys are gonna recognize it just from the first second of it. Let's see. Wait till it loads. What happened? Okay, ready. And if you guys know it, you guys are more than welcome to sing along, stand up, dance around, get some energy going. Okay? Let's see. Yeah, I knew you guys would recognize it. Let's see. Let's fast forward a little. Okay, so this video, well, this song in general, if you guys paid attention to the lyrics, it is a really good, it describes really, real good what we're going to be talking about, which is food chains. Does anybody know what a food chain is? No? So let's see. For example, who, do you guys know what animal eats grass? So if somebody is eating something, that's what we would call a primary consumer. And the thing that is being eaten would be the producer because it's producing energy for that first consumer because the grass cannot eat anything else, right? Well, I mean, later on we're gonna talk about that, but the grass cannot go out and hunt something else. So that's why it's the producer. And then we got the primary consumer, which what animal eats grass? Yeah, we could have so yes, for example, let's say something real simple. So the grass. We have a cow. Do you guys have you guys ever seen a cow before? You guys know they don't eat meat, right? So the cow is gonna eat the grass, and then who eats the cow? The cow is a big animal, but somebody does eat it. Do you guys eat cow? Do you guys like burgers? Well, burgers do have cow meat. Then we would be the consumer of the cow, and then the cow had ate the grass already, and the grass gave energy to the cow, so the cow could give us energy. Okay, do you guys get it? Pretty much that's what we're going to be covering today. It's not that hard, but let's, let's get started. All right, like I mentioned already, we are going to identify and describe the flow of energy in a food chain. And we are also going to predict how changes in a food chain affect the ecosystem, such as what would happen if we were to remove grass from an ecosystem, or what would happen if we were to remove the lions from an ecosystem. Yeah, it's everything has to be balanced, and you guys are gonna understand why. So here at the bottom right corner, we have an example of a food chain. We have a leaf that is eaten by a caterpillar, and then the caterpillar is eaten by a chameleon, and the chameleon is eaten by a snake, and then the snake gets eaten by a mongoose. So we got the little arrows representing the flow of energy. So instead of going this way, they're going that way, which means the leaf gives energy to the caterpillar to the chameleon to the snake, and the snake to the mouse. You guys got it? All right, let's keep going. We got some vocabulary terms, so go ahead and take out your notebooks, and we are going to be writing these down. All right, you guys ready? You guys don't have to turn this in. This is just for background memory because you guys are going to be creating some artifacts and you guys will probably need to know what these terms mean. Okay, so for the first word, we have the sun. The definition of the sun is the source of energy for plants. All food chains start with the sun because you can't grow anything if you don't have solar energy, right? So how is the grass gonna grow with no sun? How is the leaf gonna grow if you don't have no sun? We need the sun in order for these food chains to work. We also have a producer, which we talked about. The producer is an organism that makes its own food. So, for example, a plant, or if we're talking about ocean ecosystems, we also got algae. Producers get their energy by making their own food. So, you guys remember learning about photosynthesis, right? This is what producers do. They take energy from the sun and then they create their own energy, their own food. We got consumers. Consumers are an animal that cannot produce its own food and must eat a plant or another animal for energy. So for this, we're going to have insects, reptiles, mammals. Consumers get their food by eating other living things. They can be herbivores, carnivores, or omnivores. You guys should remember those terms. What is a herbivore? Right, an animal that eats just plants. What is a carnivore? Animal that eats just meat. And an omnivore. That's right, somebody that eats both. What are we? Yes, we are omnivores. However, if you are a vegetarian, I guess you don't eat no meat, no eggs, no cheese, no milk, nothing. Then you will be a herbivore. Then after that, on consumers, we're gonna have primary consumer, secondary consumer, and tertiary. Primary consumer will be those that just eat the producer, nothing else. Then we got secondary that could eat producer and other animals. Those are usually the omnivores. And then we're gonna have the tertiary that just eat everything, whatever, well, not everything, but they are usually the bigger animals in the food chain. Here we're also going to have a decomposer, which is an organism that feeds on dead animals or plants. For example, worms, bacteria, mushroom, stuff like that. Okay, we explain carnivore, herbivore, omnivore, prey. Prey is an animal that is hunted by another animal and is for food. Predator, the animal that hunts. Ecosystem is the environment in which these animals live. So what is a food chain? We're going to go ahead and watch this video and get a little bit of background on a food chain. But we don't have time. Well, we do have time, but in this video, we don't have time. So I provided the link, and whenever you guys have time, go ahead and watch that on your own. Let's see. So if you guys are understanding and getting the key terms and stuff, we're gonna go ahead and play a game, okay? So let's see. So you guys have 5 seconds to go and find a partner, and your partner has to be born in the same birthday month as you. Let's go. So I'm May. I'm gonna partner up with someone who's May. All right. Let's go. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So with the cups that we created, that have a food chain, just go ahead and lay them out on the table like this. Okay. And then we're gonna see which one of you two could finish and place them in order the fastest. Okay. And then we're gonna this table is gonna compete against the winner of this table is gonna compete against the winner of that table, and then we're gonna see who in the class is the fastest at stacking the cups in the order of the food chain. Food web. No, food chain, yes. Okay, are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Producer. Yay! Okay, I hope you guys liked it, and we're gonna keep going until we find the class champion. So we are also going to be creating a little pyramid like this one. Okay, so take out the worksheet that I gave you guys, and you the food chain that you used on this one is not going to be the same that you use on this one. So get creative, get different. If you did the forest on this one, you could do the ocean on your pyramid. Make sure to switch it up so you get a full understanding of what a food chain is and what it works like. So I have a question for you guys. What would happen if we were to remove, let's say, so here I got my grasshopper, a bird, a snake, an owl, and a mushroom. So let's say I was to take out the owl from this ecosystem. What would happen? The snakes would overproduce and they would eat all of the birds. The birds will probably go extinct, and the grasshopper, and then if the snakes are a lot and they eat up all the birds, then who's gonna eat the grasshoppers now? There's gonna be a bunch of grasshoppers that are probably gonna end up eating all of the grass, and then the ecosystem is just gonna no good. So we have to make sure that our ecosystems are always balanced, and having too much of something is never good. Please always remember that. Okay, so go ahead and create your little pyramids based on the worksheets that I provided. Make sure you guys make it pretty, and because we're gonna be putting these up on the wall. Okay? And one last thing. If you guys wanna go home, we're gonna go ahead and watch this video, and you guys have to sing along. I know you guys probably don't like to sing. I mean, I sometimes get embarrassed too, but we have to do it, okay? It's Nobody's gonna judge, and it's just gonna stick to your brain better. All right. It's a short little song, but get up, get moving. You can also dance. Let's carnivores. Okay. Let's see. Here's what we're gonna do instead. We're gonna listen to it first one time, and then we're gonna try to follow along. Okay. So this one we're just gonna listen to. All right. Now that we're done with the video, you guys are ready to go. Thank you guys for being good and listening, and I hope you guys learned something about the ecosystems around us, even something as small as like an ant. You know how we all want to step on the ants and kill them, and just, well, we never know how much damage we could be making to an ecosystem.